Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bella with Bella Gitana Tarot. I'm going to answer a few questions that one of my um, followers wanted to ask. So I'm going to go ahead and just tap into the collective's energy to see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. We're going to look at past, present, and during the present, we're going to also look into like their shadows, what's keeping them from coming forward. This is for twin flames and separation. And then lastly, we're going to dive into future upcoming actions that the Divine Masculine may take. So, make sure I got all the decks here ready to go. So yeah, so if you guys haven't done so already, feel free to like and subscribe. And I recently started a Twitter page for Bella Gitana Tarot. So if you just go ahead and go to Twitter and look up _ Bella Gitana. I couldn't add the tarot because it was too long for the username. So it's just _ Bella Gitana. So I'll also include it here in the link below in the description box. And also I started a Facebook page just so that way everything can be easy to access, you know, in case anybody else wanted to also keep up on Facebook as well, if that's easier for some of you guys. So if you just go to facebook.com/Bella Gitana Tarot, it's going to be right there. So feel free to like and share. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I already pretty much shuffled all of these. And I just got this new deck in. Like, it was the last deck that was delivered today. And I didn't have it earlier when I did the reading, but we have it now. I'm going to list it down below. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we want to know, Spirit, what is, let me get these out of the way. Just like, I like to have room here. All right, Spirit, so what are some past energies that the Divine Masculine was feeling towards the Divine Feminine? So we got change. We're just going to pull a couple of these and then we'll pull some tarot to get some clarity on it. We got house. Okay. We got coffin. Okay. And interesting. Let's see. Let's get 3 more. We got a gift. We got a message. Okay. Wealthy man at the bottom of the deck. And then community. Okay, and bottom of the deck is child. Okay, so what I'm getting here immediately is this was something that was very different for the Divine Masculine. So this is something that definitely changed the game. You know, maybe he just felt like he never met anybody like you before. So this just looks like, this reminds me of the Chariot. So right away, this is somebody that has a lot of baggage. So, you know, you definitely showed them that you were different. And they probably noticed that they had a lot of baggage that they were bringing along to your connection. And then we have house. So what I'm getting on this card is that, oh my God, I cannot pick it up. What I'm getting right here is that the Divine Masculine basically felt at home with you. You know, you just made him feel very comfortable, very relaxed. You know, you see the blue skies. This is a very, very nice house. So he just felt really secure. And you see that gate on there? Yeah, so he just felt very secure with you. And then we got coffin here. So something must have happened, like an ending. There's 5 candlesticks here, so a change happened where something came to a head. Let me think. And then I want to say for number 19 in tarot, that's usually might be not the judgment, because the judgment's 21, I believe. We'll look at it later, but but basically this happened right after the moon. The moon's number 18, right? So something must have happened where fears basically surfaced, and then it brought it to an end. Like maybe could have very well brought your connection to an end. And then we got gift here. So this is something that when I see this, I think about the divine giving the divine masculine this gift, that you were the gift, and they may have just ended it because it was just too intense for them. And then we have a letter here somebody's sending. So this could have been the divine masculine letting you know through a text message or a letter or something, some type of communication letting you know that they couldn't go forward with this connection. And then we have community. So when I see this, I think about too many cooks in the kitchen, you know, a lot of people meddling in your connection, maybe people giving your divine masculine advice because they asked a lot of people about what they should do, or they just felt like it was basically not just you and them. Basically other people had a say in this connection, even though it wasn't something that you voluntarily wanted it. But basically he involved other people in your connection, and it also could have included other parties, that he was maybe dating other people and not being honest with you because he was probably very immature. We got child here. So this also, number 18, reminds me of the moon. So this is somebody who was very afraid. You see that little girl, she's just holding on to her little bunny rabbit, like for comfort. So divine masculine was just basically in the past in an energy where he was just comfortable not being upfront with you. Like he just liked to be in the dark and keeping you out of, you know, like basically keeping you in the dark. So it's the best way that I can describe that. All right, so let's pull some tarot on this just to get some clarity. Which one do I want to use? I just have so many cards now. Okay. All right. So Spirit, why has changed here with what's happened in the past between the divine masculine and the divine feminine? Why has changed here? Okay. All right, so we got 9 of Swords in reverse. So this is something that definitely gave the divine masculine anxiety, because I think with the twin flame connection, it brings up, you know, those things that you haven't, those wounds that you haven't dealt with. So yeah, see King of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So he was just not willing to deal with those emotions that he was holding on to from the past. And usually the Nine of Swords in reverse, it's like even worse than if it was upright. So this basically put them in a state where they were very depressed about it. But it could also mean that they wanted to change for you and get out of that energy. But when somebody hasn't changed within themselves to be better for their own good, it's gonna be like a band-aid if they were trying to change for somebody else. So that's not something that was sustainable. It needs to be something that the divine masculine changes for himself, not for the connection. But he tried, he really wanted to. But old habits die hard, and it has to be something where the divine masculine does this on his own and not in a connection with anyone. Not even with the divine feminine. All right, so let's see. Wise house here, Spirit. Okay, so we got the Three of Swords. Yeah, so it broke this person's heart to leave you. And I say that because the coffin's right next to the house. So this is like leading up to the ending. This is probably why they were losing sleep. So they basically had a hard time with letting you go. This was not something that was easy for them. We got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So they wanted to manifest something positive out of this, but somehow they just had too much baggage. And usually when you have that many wounds and you haven't dealt with it, you can't build a strong, solid foundation. So it's going to come crashing down and it's going to end. There's going to be like some type of ending, like a death. Not an actual death, of course, but a death, an ending. So why is the coffin here, Spirit? The ending. Wow. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So yeah, this definitely confirms that they wanted to have that 10 of Pentacles with you, be stable, be safe, be secure, like this house. But it couldn't happen. It really could not happen. And I'm noticing too here that this is a 9 and this is a 9. And this is 19 and this is a 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. So these two are 2 10s. So if you guys see a lot of 10 10s, be sure to pay attention to that. That's usually a twin flame number. Angel numbers. So that's pretty interesting though, that these are coinciding. And then we got 3 of Swords and the 20, which reduces down to a 2. So it's basically a 5. So this had to change. This heartbreak caused the foundation to be shaken up of the house. And this is a very burdensome. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. When it came down to the 10 of Pentacles reversed, we got another 10. See? And that adds up to a 20. So this is something that was very burdensome, that they just couldn't go through with it, and they just couldn't take it anymore. Okay, so why is gift here, Spirit? Why is gift here? Okay, so 5 of Cups reversed. So this is something that brought them a lot of heartache. They wanted to get out of the heartache because they felt like you were a gift, like you were a breath of fresh air. But they were just so jaded. 3 of Wands, to me, that says that they were just waiting to see if there's anything better that's going to come along, because they just felt like you were too good to be true. So to me, this is just saying that they were just not feeling good enough to accept this gift, because they still had that 5, even though it's in reverse, they still had that 5 of Cups energy because they just didn't feel worthy of you. So why is message here, Spirit? Okay, so yeah, so they knew that they couldn't be at your level, so that's why the Empress is reversed. This couldn't indicate betrayal. So maybe in this message they gave you, they said some hurtful things to end it with you, or they said something hurtful. But 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so they didn't want to work on it anymore. So they sent you a message letting you know, like, hey, I can't continue with this. Let's just, you know, take a breather. Whatever words they use, they ended up hurting you because you felt really betrayed and hurt. Okay. So let me see what's underneath this. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So usually if it was reversed, it would be a delay, but basically the wheel turned where this was something that wasn't expected. Okay. Let's see. Why is community here, Spirit? Why is community here? Oh, we got 2. Oh my goodness. So we got 7 of Wands and 2 of Cups and the 10 of Wands again. Yeah, so your Divine Masculine was very defensive from being able to love you in this connection. And because of that, he involved other people in your situation. He might have gossiped about you. Yeah, he was very defensive. He was fighting what he was feeling because he knew that this was a divine partnership, okay? Yeah, he knew that this was a divine partnership, and he was very childish about it. We'll get into that one next. But yeah, he couldn't take it anymore. This is something that was out of his depth, so to speak. Okay, so why is child here, Spirit? Judgment. Let's see, bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. So he knows that he was very immature, like I was saying, and didn't do right by you. Queen of Pentacles, because that's who you are. Queen of Pentacles. Look, King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so he could not meet you at your same vibration, at your same level. And he might have been very childish about it. Like when he sent you that message, he probably didn't even talk to you face to face. And he just went about it that way just so he wouldn't have to face you. Okay. So now let's get into what's going on in the present. But let's do twin flame shadows to see what is holding your masculine back from coming forward to you. Okay, so we got dependent and excuses. Bottom of the deck is void. Let's see what else. Unstable. Yep, that reminds me of the King of Pentacles reverse that we just saw. Superficial. Yep, very superficial. Then we got silenced. We got repelled. Elusive. And envious. Bottom of the deck, disillusioned. Okay. So. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to do the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot to see why is the Divine masculine being dependent at this time, Spirit? Okay, so we got Dictator of Decay, which is the King of Pentacles, which is powerless. And it's interesting because it came out in reverse. So that confirmed twice already that we got the King of Pentacles in reverse in the previous spread, and now we got it again. So to me, this is saying that he doesn't want to be dependent on you because he felt like he needed you. And he is power hungry, basically. So he doesn't want to rely on anybody. Maybe he had a relationship in the past where he relied on them too much. And, you know, he felt caged, like, you know, like he couldn't be free in that relationship. So he's just in an energy where he's not wanting to be in that same predicament again, because he felt like he was in quicksand. Look at that. 5 of Torment is usually the 5 of Swords. So he felt like he was drowning and not able to come out of the surface or whatever he was stuck in the previous relationship. So he's thinking same thing might happen again with you, and that's what's keeping him from coming forward. Because he was a caged beast. Oh my gosh. So funny that I kind of said that he felt caged, trapped. And that's why he has these excuses. Yeah. So he feels like the excuses are keeping him from having to hold himself accountable, because he doesn't want to end up committing to something that he can't get out of. So he's got some trauma from the past for sure. Then we got the Star, demons in disguise. Yeah, so he's not being very trusting right now. So the reason why he's not coming forward is because he's feeling like he would like to trust you, but at the same time, he just feels like this might be something that might look trusting, like you can hope that it's going to turn out good because the star's signifying hope, but then it's going to end up turning into something different where he's going to end up feeling trapped again. So he's just replaying back situations that happened in the past. See, the Emperor, the Iron Fist. So that's why he's being very stubborn, that he doesn't want to get back into a predicament like that again. So it's just basically ego. A lot of ego here with the Divine Masculine, and why he's not able to come forward, because he just keeps thinking the same thing's going to happen with you, even though it's unconditional love. They don't know what that is. So why is unstable here, Spirit? 8 of Decay, abandoned ship. Wow. So we got another 8 here. That's pretty interesting. 8 of Decay is the 8 of Pentacles. So instead of wanting to work on himself, and interestingly enough, the previous spread had the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So abandoned ship, not wanting to work on the connection because he was very unstable. You know, maybe he was afraid of spilling his emotions. So he rather abandon ship because he felt like the ship was sinking. Because we saw that quicksand earlier, he felt like he couldn't breathe. So, you know, when I see this card, I think about all the emotions he felt. He wanted to say them because it was overwhelming. He wanted to rush in and tell you. But at the same time, he felt like if he does, he's going to end up hurting himself. So he much rather abandon ship and save himself before he can come forward and end up doing something that he thinks is going to end up hurting him in the first place. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just what I'm getting here. Yeah, see? Same thing. 10 of Sorrow, evacuation. Evacuation because the emotions were so intense. Look at that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so all these emotions are spilling over. And yeah, this is just too much. So it went from 8 to a 10. So this is a progression, okay? So he'd rather be silenced and not say anything. That's what we got here, silenced. So he'd rather be silenced and not say anything. And he'd rather just avoid the situation. Pretty much stonewalling you. Okay. So we got Nine of Sorrow, which is the Nine of Cups. Access denied. So yeah, this is something that he just felt like, because he knew that he couldn't come forward and tell you how he feels. I need to drink some water. Hold on. It's funny how my throat started hurting, like bothering me when I was talking about tell you how he feels. So maybe that's how he felt. He felt like he couldn't even talk, like his throat was bothering him. Because my throat was fine, okay? But we have a clock here, and he knew that time was of the essence to tell you how he felt, but somehow he felt shut out because he basically missed his opportunity to be able to be honest with you. And this really upset him that he couldn't. He was angry with himself. Ace of Rage is the Ace of Wands. Inferno. So he wanted to have this beginning with you, but he ended up going a different direction because he was unstable. He was not in a stable energy where he was balanced to be able to come forward. So let's see. Why is repelled here, Spirit? This is like a really interesting read so far. I know I say that word a lot, but it is what it is. Okay, so we got the 10 of Rage, which is the 10 of Wands. Yeah, okay, so right away what I'm getting here is that he felt repelled from you because he probably wanted to do the opposite and tell you how he feels, but something must have happened in the past. That's what I'm saying. Not something that happened with you, but something must have happened in this person's history that in their psyche something triggers them, and it's like a memory that's stuck in their subconscious, letting them know, remember how this happened last time that you try to open up to this person and all hell broke loose, you know? So he's traumatized. Your person got really traumatized, so the fact that he wanted to come forward and do that made him pull back, like he just couldn't, because yeah, it just made him feel like when he looks at himself in the mirror, he can't even see who he really is. He just sees a shell of an angry person. This is not a good reflection. And here's another reflection. We got the Empress, barren wasteland. So he basically ran away from the Empress, which is you. And he reached a boiling point. And it's interesting because when it says boiling point, these water spots kind of look like steam, like boiling water. Okay, let's see. And why is envious here, Spirit? Well, we got 2. Oh, no, we got 3. Excuse me. We got 9 of Rage, which is 9 of Wands, overpowered. 7 of Torment, which is a 7 of Swords, counterfeit. And 2 of Decay, which is a 2 of Pentacles, wavering. All right, so what I'm getting here is that the 9 of Wands is usually an energy where you are defensive and putting your guard up. So the fact that he was, let me see, the fact that he was envious, it could be that he was envious that you were the opposite of him, you know, so he just felt like he couldn't trust it, because Seven of Swords is usually that sneaky energy, counterfeit. Like, he probably felt like you were just too good with being so trusting of him, that he knew that he had his guard up. So it's like, how can you trust me when I don't even trust myself? And so that's why he kept going back and forth. Like, he wants to be able to let you trust him, and he wants to be truthful with you, but he couldn't be honest with himself. And he was going back and forth, two of decay, wavering. So he was a little bit jaded and envious of your good nature, that you were able to be loving unconditionally, and he was just not able to reciprocate it because he couldn't love himself. And then we got Ace of Sorrow, which is the Ace of Cups, self-loathing, see? So he was basically not loving himself and just being really dark, and then Ten of Sorrow right underneath that. So this is something that was very foreign to him, and anytime that he felt that you were giving him unconditional love, he didn't know how to handle it, so he just evacuated. So these are all things that are affecting him from coming forward. He needs to be able to love himself, because as you can see, he's in an unstable energy, dissolution, which I almost forgot. Why is dissolution here, Spirit? Wow, we got two. Seven of Cups, optical illusions, and the Emperor, the Iron Fist. So what this tells me here is that he knows that he let you down. He let himself down also, because he was very stubborn with his decisions. And instead of being flexible and compromising, he was just like very stubborn, like putting his fist down, like, no, this is what I'm gonna do. Just very selfish. We saw that earlier with the child, like he was very immature. So he's still in this energy. This is what's holding him back. He's still not being grounded in reality, still being unstable, not wanting to accept your unconditional love because they don't love themselves, and still feeling like if they were to rely on you or open up their heart to you, they're going to lose their strength and end up being caged. So they have a lot of ego and trauma that they need to work through. And this is not something that you can help them with. I mean, it's really not. And you wouldn't want to do that, because I just feel like it's not our place to help other people to try to fix them. They need to do it for themselves. Okay. So let's go into a more lighter notes and see what are some upcoming potential actions that the masculine is going to take towards the feminine. So we got to be fair. Bottom of the deck is go the distance. Okay. Whoa. Then we got new life. Interesting. This is 38 and this is 39. Wow. And these kind of look similar. Milk and honey. Bottom of the deck. Then we got Y. Time for a nap. That's usually Four of Swords energy. Oh. Ugh. We got Unfinished Symphony. Not for you. Regeneration. So this person definitely needs to grow and transform and be flexible. Compromise. Because that's part of his shadow, is not compromising. Being an Iron Fist Emperor. And breathe. Okay. Wow. Let's see. Which deck do I want to use? Let's just use... Where'd it go? Okay. Here it is. I'm just going to use this one. All right, Spirit. So why is to be fair here? Because that's usually the Justice card. So it seems like in the near future, he's going to want to be fair and listen to you and not be so stubborn. Yeah, to be able to have a new beginning. So, and this little, I don't know if it's a fairy or what, this lady or whatever, she's got one egg and a fortune cookie on the other end and an owl on her head. So basically, this person's going to come around with more wisdom, okay? And they're going to be more balanced and have luck on their side, be more optimistic about a new beginning. And that's what the Fool is. Taking a leap of faith. Okay. So it's in the works, but not yet. Bottom of the deck here is the Muse of Materials, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so right now you're the one who's in an energy where you're taking care of yourself. You're heading down your own path and you're balancing yourself on both ends. And so is this person. So once they're balanced and they're not unstable, though, that King of Pentacles will be upright, then that's when they'll be able to come forward. Why is new life here, Spirit? Why is new life here for the Divine Masculine? We got the Two of Voices, which is a Two of Swords, and it came out on the side. So once, basically when they make a decision, okay, that's when they'll be able to come forward and have that new life. Yeah, they'll take that blindfold off and start a new life with you. But they have to go within. We got the Hermit here. Yeah, you got that sunshine, like that illumination, that long path that they've been taking to finally come down to earth. You know, stopping that optical illusion and actually come to the real world, because they're just operating out of their ego because they got too much stuff going on in their head. See, they're asking themselves why. Why? And this is the Ace of Voices, which is the Ace of Swords. So they're going to have some kind of breakthrough. And there's another owl there again. And this is a different deck, okay? So they're going to have another breakthrough. They're going to understand why things happen the way they did. And your connection. This is a Lovers. Okay? We got a lotus flower upside down. I'm sorry. This flower upside down and the lotus flower upright. So this is going to basically shed some light on your connection, and they're going to have a breakthrough and awareness, like, oh, an aha moment, so to speak. Like, okay, this is why I need to be with this person, because they're my person. Okay, so why is Unfinished Symphony here, Spirit? So if you were wondering if you guys are twin flames, you are. Okay, this also came out before I even started recording, and it came out again. Page of Voices, which is a Page of Swords. So they're keeping a close eye on you because you guys do have unfinished business. Yeah. This looks like the Jester and their music right here. And it's interesting because these ladies look like they're dancing. So maybe your person is a musician and you're a dancer, or I don't know, but you guys are like the perfect complementary pair to each other. And then we got the Nine of Cups here at the bottom. Okay. So you guys are each other's wish fulfillment. And this kind of looks like an egg, so it reminds me of a new beginning. Tens usually is for ending, so every ending leads to a new beginning. So you guys will be able to come together once this person gets their aha moment, right? Page of Swords is somebody that comes forward with a message, with some truth. And they may not be the King of Swords or the, you know, or the Emperor or whatever, But they're going to come forward in a playful way and be able to be a little bit lighthearted and say, hey, we got unfinished business. Okay, and then we got the Sun and the Devil. Wow, not for you. So I think with this card and both of these together and the wheel, okay, the wheel's at the bottom of the deck. So the wheel is here to say that these patterns are going to end where they're going to feel good enough because you do make them happy. This is their own masculine energy coming out. Okay, so earlier we had 19, right? And I was like wondering if that was the Sun. I knew that it wasn't the moon because it was after the moon. But let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, see? We had the coffin as 19. That's what I was wanting to say. So I bring that up because the change happened in your relationship in the past because they felt like this was too good to be true. This is why the Devil's here. They just felt like they couldn't trust it. They felt like they needed you because Devil is about needing somebody, depending on them, being codependent. And this person didn't want to do that because last time they did that, they almost felt like they died with the previous relationship. So the fact that this is here saying not for you, like this is a chessboard game with the 6, which usually the Devil adds up to a 6. Okay, 1 plus 5 is 6, and we got a 6. Yeah, so he has a lot of demons in his head, like negative thoughts letting him know, making him feel like he's not worthy of his own happiness. But the wheel is here to say, this wheel is turning, okay? This wheel is turning and something's coming to light, letting him know. This illumination is going to come in and saying, yes, this is going to be for you because now you're going to be able to be fair and end this cycle, okay? Yeah. Because now you're going to be in your 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Materials, 8 of Pentacles energy, working on yourself. Because we saw the 8 of Pentacles, or was it 7 of Pentacles earlier? It was in reverse. Okay, but let's see. Why is... And this is another 19 here. Interesting. So, 2 of Wands. This is 2 of Inspiration is the 2 of Wands. Okay. So, once he's able to start looking at things from a different perspective, you know, this lady's like using a telescope and looking out into the distance, he's going to be able to be flexible because now he'll have a higher, his higher self will give him the perspective that he needed once he's in union with himself. And we got the 5 of Inspiration. So this is a 5 of Wands. So he may be in conflict with himself, but he's finally going to be able to come to a point where he's going to be able to stop juggling and be flexible and be compromising to be able to come together and collaborate and not be fighting it. And actually, here's a Justice card, okay? So he's finally going to be able to balance the scales, and we had the Justice here when it says to be fair. These add up to 11. Right here, 11. Which add up to a 2, which basically 2s stand for partnership. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's get some romance angels to see how does your person feel about you now, because we haven't really dived into that. And I want to deal with the romance angels. Okay, so how does your person feel about you now? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Wow. Interesting. I know I keep saying that, you guys, but that's just what it is. Make the effort, okay? Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I think this lesson, this huge lesson that your twin has learned from your connection, is that they need to love themselves first, and now they're wanting to make the effort to grow on their own energy individually before they can come back to you. What else, Spirit? It is safe for you to love. Look at that. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So, yeah, there's like this lady on a horse. So to me, it's like they're already together. So that looks good. That's like a progression. Love yourself first so that you be able to be safe to love other people and your twin, your divine feminine. And this could lead to an engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, you know? So this lady looks like they're moving in together or they're traveling together. So this is a good thing to see, you know? First things first, you got to love yourself before you can love other people. And then he'll feel safe to be able to love. And that house that we saw earlier will be able to be a safe place for him to love. Where's that house? Here. No. There it is. Yeah, see? That house will be able to be a safe haven for him to be able to love. Okay. What else, Spirit? Oh my goodness. Passion. Yeah, you already have a lot of passion, but when you guys come back together, it's going to be a lot of passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I love this. Bottom of the deck, look, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So you guys need to keep yourself in high vibration, just really thinking positively, and they'll come. You know, but it's going to take time. They need to love themselves first. That way they know that they are worthy and they can be stable and get rid of those bad negative thoughts from the past and release their exes and wounds that they had from the past. The time has come to clear your energy. See that? Yeah, because this is like a big burden. And then you guys will be able to get to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Wow. This is so beautiful. Like, I just can't. What's underneath that? And flirt. Yeah. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Flirt. Yeah. So far, for future energies, it looks like it's going to happen. And it's going to be a good thing. But you just got to keep being positive. Breathe. Okay. I did forget to pull tarot on that. Let's just see. Let this be like a little bonus message. Why is breathe here, Spirit? That's what I sometimes forget. To pull the bottom of the deck cards for clarity. So we got, oh my gosh, we got the Queen of Cups, Muse of Emotions, and the 10 of Wands. Interesting. So I think breathe is here because the saying this is going to be still a process where they're going to be overwhelmed with their emotions. But as long as you guys are helping each other, you know, this actually adds up to an 11. This is a 10. Going from 10 to 11, you guys will be able to help each other heal and get through the challenges. Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to have help right here, right? And then it's just going to be one person carrying their own load and not carrying your load or you carrying theirs, right? So, wow. Interesting. Let's get some power of surrender cards and then we'll close it out. So, what does the viewer need to surrender, Spirit? The Divine Feminine, usually. What does the Divine Feminine need to surrender? Wow, we got this one earlier. Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance, and this way you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. This is a beautiful card. This kind of reminds me of the Sun card. You guys see that? Oh, yeah. Okay. What does your person need to surrender? Whoa. 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 Surrender to frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Okay, this totally clarified what we just talked about. Breathe and the Ten of Wands. Yeah. Interesting. Because I need to surrender to their soul's path and not the ego, okay? Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. I love this. This is actually the first card that grabbed my attention when I first opened the deck yesterday. So you guys definitely know that the wheel is going to turn. The wheel of fortune is going to turn things around. Just remain positive. And before you know it, you guys will be in union. And in the meantime, just make sure that you are opening your own opportunities and not waiting on anybody. What's the twin flame number? One last message. What's the twin flame number? Should keep an eye out for the divine feminine. Karmic justice will be served for the highest good of all parties involved. Okay, and we got the justice card like 3 times. 2 times actually. And this is like a 3rd time. Bottom of the deck, 999. Mastery of self-love has been obtained in preparation for union. I cannot make this up, you guys. I mean, this is just insane how it all confirms the message here. The wheel is turning. So this person will come back into your life for their highest good when they've learned the lessons. You know, if they are indeed in a third-party situation. But they need to love themselves first. Because we saw that earlier. Love yourself first. That way you can be more romantically attractive. And not a burden to somebody else. Alright guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment below. Let me know if this is your story. If it resonated. And also I am taking personal readings. So if you like to book a reading with me, definitely do so. I'm going to leave my email in the description box below. But it's bellahitanatero@gmail.com. So, you know, if you'd like to get more insight, more clarity on your particular situation, I'd love to, you know, have spirit, you know, guide me and help you on what the messages, you know, need to come forward so that you can be able to figure out how to navigate a situation. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk with you guys in a few days. but yeah, that's pretty much does it. Thank you so much, guys. Love and light.